Let's be real. Dating a single mom is not the same as dating somebody without kids because it's not just about her. So in this video, if you have decided to date a single mom or are planning to do it in the future, I am going to provide you with some preparation steps and some expectations for what you're going to potentially go through and how to set you up for success. So let's get right into it. Number one is going to be get ready for commitment beyond the relationship, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you decide to date a single mom, you're not only dating her, but you are dating her child. And I don't know weird-ish, let's get that out there. What I'm saying is, if you are deciding to plan something with her, but let's say she needs to pick up her child after school, or maybe they got responsibilities that night and she potentially might only be free 1 or 2 days a week. Like, you have to account for that when you are looking to spend time with her, okay? And you're not only walking into that situation, I won't go as extreme, you're not a dad in the beginning, but at bare minimum, she is gonna look at you like, okay, well, could you potentially be a role model for my child, right? And so just recognize that you most likely, 98% of the time, are not going to be the priority. But what I would say you should watch for and kind of set an expectation for is just having a chat with the mom about the boundaries, right? What are your expectations with me in your life involving your child? Like, do you expect if I'm planning dinner for us to bring the child along too? If I wanted to come over, or if you wanted to come over, where does the child play a part in this? Do you even want me to meet them now, or do you want me to meet them in the future? If you cannot get clear boundaries on where you will stand in the beginning, then I personally would not pursue it, but it's something that you definitely should check in on. Number two is gonna be patience is key, but don't lose yourself, right? Because a single mom is going to be busy, right? She got her life, she got her child, she need to be making sure she's getting to the money, especially based on the age of the child, because they're still young. She's the provider of the household. And so her priorities is gonna be making sure everything is taken care of so that ship can keep on sailing, right? And what you should expect is to be able to understand that and respect that and recognize that she can't talk to you every single day of the week, right? She probably can't spend 4 or 5 days with you, especially in the very beginning when y'all first meet. This is just a reality, and that's okay because she does have a child who she is responsible for taking care of. Now, this is what you gotta kind of watch for. While you can be understanding of it, you don't want yourself to become just an afterthought, just a filler, especially if you want that relationship to progress to that next level. And so just make sure that your feelings are being taken care of as well, because the last thing you will want is for you to be trying to make it work, but you're always just feeling like luggage just getting dragged along, and that would suck, you know what I mean? So just watch out for that. Number three, and I feel like this is gonna be the most difficult for most men, but it is to respect the boundaries with the ex, okay? Look, something you need to be upfront about with yourself right away is co-parenting, okay? Because most likely, now everyone's situation is different, of course. If the father has passed away or they're incarcerated, different things like that, then again, every situation is gonna be different. So I'm gonna make this general. You have to realize that more than likely, the woman is going to be in an interaction with her ex, especially if they are co-parenting the child. And so are you comfortable knowing that they're still going to have a relationship, even if it is not romantic, right, about the child? If you are not, okay, then I would tell you to not try to deal with a single mom, unless again it's one of those cases where the dad has passed away or potentially incarcerated for life, right? Because then you don't have to see him again and you don't have to interact with him. And savagely enough, that needs to be mentioned, because I see so many videos about people trying to dog single moms, but it's not even that they feel they're all in the same category. It's just that people need to understand that every situation is astronomically different, right? Every person isn't a single mom just because they went and randomly slept with somebody, got pregnant, and now that person disappeared, right? That's not reality at all. And so I would just say, make sure you understand those boundaries, have that conversation, and figure out if you will be comfortable with it. Before, I know it's gonna be controversial, but it's don't try to save her, build together. So I believe there is this common misconception that all single moms just need saving. You need to come in like the hero and just fix all her problems and just completely change your life. And now, wow, some women might want that. I do want to acknowledge that. But there are an equal amount that actually just want you to come in, understand that they have been through a grind. They have been through some things that put them in that situation, but they would still love to be able to build with you so that way you all like have a family together. And I think that that's a really important thing to just understand if you're going into those situations, because a lot of men are definitely afraid to date single moms because they feel like they do have to become Mr. Save the Family. But that's not always the case. Like, you gotta go off your particular instance and which is happening in that situation and then go from there. But again, if you're gonna go into it, try to build something with them, right? Like, make it a cohesion, make it a family. Like, you don't gotta be the save guy. Number 5 is gonna be ready for challenges, but don't settle for disrespect. Okay, so when dating in general, a lot of people think it's gonna be a fairy tale the entire time, and there's no truth to that. At some point, the fairy tale phase will be over and the arguments will happen, disagreements will happen, tension will rise. That's just normal with any relationship. But now when you got the point of a single mom, it might be a little bit more difficult because now you have a child involved in this as well. So there could potentially be more arguments or more tension about schedule flexibility. Why aren't y'all spending time together? Like, you're now prioritizing the child over me, and a bunch of nonsense could just happen there. So I would just say that you gotta recognize your challenges sometimes might be a little bit tougher, because there also could be cases where maybe the child just isn't listening, right? Being super disrespectful to the mom and she's frustrated. You wanna be able to step in and help, but there's a boundary there where that ain't really your job, but you don't like how the mom being treated. You see what I'm saying? And so sometimes it might not even come from y'all. It might just come from their relationship. And it isn't going to be easy, but it can work if y'all are willing to grow through those challenges together. In conclusion, dating a single mom is a serious commitment, right? If you are deciding to do it, recognize there are more layers that you will have to go through to get to a point to involve yourself in this person's life, especially because remember, not only are they trying to get to know you, but then they got to watch how you interact with their child. And let's just call it what it is. We done seen way too many situations out here where you got the random person that's brought into someone else's life and then something weird happens with the kid in the future, right? So you got to remember, they're thinking about so many more things than just you, especially in the beginning. And until y'all actually like build up that foundation together, you might feel like you're on the outside looking in, okay? But you can make it work if you have patience, emotional maturity, and understanding. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave me a like. Let me know in the comments below. I know I probably missed some things, but I feel like I covered the general synopsis, because we ain't going to the point of being married and all that. We just talking about when you deciding to go into that initial relationship. But let me know y'all thoughts. Add any other things that you feel like you should watch out for too, if you've also dated single moms, because I think that's really important for everybody to just learn together. As per usual, hit that subscribe button and I will see y'all at the top.